This portion of the CU podcast is sponsored by Dollar Shave Club, where you can try the $5 shit shower and shave kit for only $5. Go to dollarshaveclub.com/CU shave to order.
Looking pretty baby-faced, Pat.
Well, you know what helps with that, Ian? Dollar Shave Club, the executive razor, which is part of their shit shower and shave trial kit. You go to dollarshaveclub.com/CU shave for the deal. It's only $5. You get this executive razor, which I use, has 6 blades on there. That's why you get a babyface Pat easily.
You get some other goodies in there too to help with the whole morning process. You also get a shave butter trial size to ensure a very smooth shave, and you also get an amber lavender body cleanse for the bath.
You know what?
In the shower.
We're at the point now where a man can use a body cleanse freely and openly. It's 2018. It's okay to do that. I was ahead of the curve. I was using that stuff 10 years ago.
If it says lavender on it, I've probably been using it since I was a teenager. Anything that smells like lavender is great. And you even get a couple.
You get a few of the One Wipe Charlie butt wipe packs.
And they are butt wipes, and they are peppermint scented. And another thing we can all talk about now is if you've never experienced a solid wipe with a good wipe.
A solid wipe with a good wipe? Is it a verb and a noun?
Yeah, it is. It is. A wipe is a thing and also something you do. You can now try it with these One Wipe Charlie. So this box is $5, and it's body wash, it's shave butter, it's a 6-blade razor with 4 cartridges.
4 cartridges.
A handful of the One Wipe Charlies, and it saves you from going to the store.
When I go to the store, Ian, there's so much competition in the aisle. You don't know what to choose when you're looking for razors. You actually don't.
But by the time I get to the razors, I'm worn out from trying to decide what mozzarella sticks I want.
Exactly.
And that is...
So Dollar Shave Club makes it easier.
Yes.
So it's $5 to start this trial, and you can cancel anytime. If you continue on, it's $9 a month after that for the One Wipe Charlie packs you'll get every month, and you'll get replacement cartridges for your executive razor. Like I said, I use this. This is great for travel as well, and it works. It's nice and smooth. Yeah, going to the store stinks to buy razors. They're overpriced. You know that. Forget that. So again, you get the shave butter. You get the shave butter, Ian. You get the body wash. Body wash. One Wipe Charlies. Hey, maybe you can do a couple of wipes on one. We're not going to tell if you do.
Wipes.
Why not? And you get the most important thing to me, at least, is this executive razor right there. Again, go to dollarshaveclub.com/CU shave. That's letter C-U and shave. See, we're going to watch you shave in your own domicile. We're going to do that? No, we're not going to do that.
But we're not going to watch you wipe. Don't worry.
We're just going to watch one and not the other. Dollar Shave Club, great grooming products. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to break the bank either there. So again, dollarshaveclub.com/CU shave. You wanted to put this topic on the agenda here, Marvel versus Capcom Infinite.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the state of fighting games, but this is really just the main jump off and my main point. So Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out in September of 2017. The entire time it was in development, people laughed at it.
Did they really?
Well, yeah, because it looked like garbage. Graphically, it looked like nonsense. It looked like they were, pulling or rushing assets from other places, and people started to get.
Wouldn't half the assets be from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, like the same characters, or
not necessarily?
Why would it be that much different?
And things started to get bleaker as, there were rumors and then confirmations that certain characters wouldn't be making it back into Infinite. Basically, the roster was going to be considerably nerfed, with the absence of the X-Men being one of the main.
Damn you, Fox!
The main things that they were,
except for like Wolverine.
No Wolverine.
No Wolverine.
No X-Men.
None. Wolverine's usually like even in this post X-Men world,
but no X-Men.
You can still find him in a T-shirt at Target. No Fantastic Four or X-Men though.
No X-Men.
Wow, that's shocking.
So, and it wasn't all just Fox. Apparently, part of it was that Disney very much wanted to only focus on stuff that people were seeing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Stuff that they're making money on.
Yeah,
because they're not making money on X-Men.
Right, but that's not going to sell it. So, I mean, the big thing about these Marvel vs. Capcom games, besides like the lightning quick gameplay and all that and the tagging in and tagging out that people love, is been the historically rather large and fun rosters of characters to pick from. And you just didn't get that. So the game launched to little fanfare. People said that it was mechanically tight, but the user interface was awful. There was very little in the way of options. Characters were bland looking. People at Capcom, or I think it was at Capcom Unity, when people were complaining about the absence of favorite characters, they're like, well, if you're playing a fighting game, they're just a function, so it shouldn't matter anyways.
Ooh, that's bad. People have their favorites. They have their means.
Yeah, well, Magneto's just a function, and this character will, serve this function. No, that's not how people. That's not how it works.
No, not when they're based on known comic book entities that you love.
Yeah.
It's not like making up some fighting game and throwing in clay fighter characters that you don't know who the fuck they are.
Right.
Tiny.
I can play.
Tiny's my main in clay fighter.
I can play and enjoy a lot of fighting games with characters that I don't know, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't rather know those characters. So if I want to play a game with Magneto, acting as Magneto, I want to play fucking Magneto. So, anyway. So this would be its first tournament season. And it's not going to be at EVO. That was the first announcement.
Which is the biggest fighting game event.
It's not there at all. And really, Capcom's only major showing is Street Fighter V. And it's crazy because games like Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is fantastic, are not only at EVO, but they have their finals on Sunday.
And those games are fairly recent.
Dragon Ball FighterZ is like 3 weeks ago.
So that already has an install base, and people are excited enough that we're doing that. We're not going to wait. We know that's going to be a hit.
Exactly. And it's one of the Sunday finalists, and Sunday finalists are big. There's usually 5 of them this year. I think it's like Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, Guilty Gear, Xrd, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and
that's in August. Okay.
And one other.
August 3rd to 5th. EVO.
So it's just not there at all. So that right there is evidence that it's
dead.
It's just dead. Just dead. I mean, there are people who play it, and I've played a lot of fighting games that have had little to no support, and I feel bad for these people who like it, but this is what happens when someone gets lazy and they totally miscalculate and they just assume people are going to buy shit to keep buying shit. So
was there a lot of DLC that turned people off?
I think there was eventually DLC, but I think the game was a turn-off before DLC even became a factor.
Before it even got there. Okay.
So not only is it just not at EVO, it's not even going to be at Capcom's own Pro Tour.
Wow.
Which is Capcom's fighting game tour, which they have used most recently to largely focus on Street Fighter V.
So their tour, they do a circuit at different events worldwide?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like, at least for Street Fighter V players, I guess you could say,
like
it's
qualifiers
the EVO.
or something. Oh no, it's just another event.
It's another tour. It's very. It's big.
It's like the World Championships versus the Olympics, sort of thing.
And the Capcom Pro Tour focuses only on Capcom properties.
Sure, but for Street Fighter V, if you win that, it's just as prestigious as winning EVO. Street Fighter V.
It's a pretty damn big thing.
Okay. That's only been existing for a few years now. Okay, 2014.
So it's crazy that Infinite won't be at the Capcom Pro Tour for 2 reasons. One, Capcom is showing absolutely no faith in the game and is basically abandoning it. But 2, you could get a scene of people playing the game at a Capcom Pro Tour. It's not like there is no fan base. There are people who play it. And for them to release a game that many people considered overpriced and underproduced in September of 2017, have people buy that game, put their time into playing it, practicing, training, perhaps buying DLC, and then not even have a tournament grounds to even play the game on, by the company, by the developer and publishers, not even at their own tour, not even at their own tournament will they have a stage to play this game on. So that's a massive fuck you to fans from Capcom too. You fucked them over by giving them a shitty, incomplete game, and now you're fucking them over, the ones that stayed loyal to you, by not giving them a place to play it.
And the game's only been out for like 16 months. So
September 2017.
Oh, it's 2018?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's only been out for 4 months. What?
I think.
5 months. September.
Hold on.
October, November, December.
Initial
January.
release, September 19th, 2017.
It's been 4.5 months.
Yep.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's what really gets me.
So they could have had a chance to at least reward the few people that are actually playing and enjoying this game, because there are some they're not. So what do they replace it with?
Nothing.
Nothing.
As far as I know.
Just,
I think this is mostly just Street Fighter V.
They're going to pretend this game doesn't exist.
Yeah. I mean, and that's I don't know, that's just that sucks. I mean, it never appealed.
There are less characters. No,
there's a shitload less.
And this is 3-on-3, right?
No, it's 2-on-2. It did go back to 2-on-2.
It did go back to 2-on-2,
which was something that did appeal to me, actually.
Yeah, with 3 to me was always way confusing. But okay, because I was saying, if it's 3-on-3, there's not enough characters for 3-on-3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's looks like about 35 or so characters. If that's 3-on-3, that's not enough.
Dragon Ball FighterZ only has like 21 characters, and it's 3-on-3. It works out.
It works out. It doesn't get old.
No. I mean, most people settle into their teams right away.
Of course,
anyways.
you have your few people that you prefer, right?
Yeah.
So man, Colin is a streamlined.
So I mean, anyways, yeah, that's what I have to say about
I'm just surprised. I didn't see any news about this being like just received terribly.
Oh yeah, no, it was horribly received.
Less stylized art direction. Okay, you commented on that. Mixed to average reviews. Metacritic scores of 72, 72, and 69 for Xbox One, PS4, and Microsoft Windows version, respectively. So the best version on Xbox One, worst on Windows. That's pretty bad then for Marvel vs. Capcom game, though. If you're looking at like a 3-star out of 5, that's pretty bad then.
Exactly.
Like that. Interesting.
And, you know, it received a lot of the same arguments that a lot of games did. Well, it's for the tournament community. Well, it doesn't matter if anyone else grabs onto it. Well, no, this is...
Were people turned off by 2-on-2 versus 3-on-3?
No, they were turned off, I think, largely by the graphics, how rushed it seemed, and the initial smallness of the roster when compared to other Marvel versions.
Yeah, when it was gigantic, when you couldn't each guy was like this small, like a
you
stamp size.
You didn't need a roster that big, but
like
you know,
70 people.
The Marvel vs. Capcom 3 roster was fun. So, anyways, I mean that's my statement on it. The good news is by Capcom not having Infinite in EVO, at least it's allowing some other better fighting games to shine that may not normally have gotten a Sunday finalist spot because some sort of Marvel-verse was always considered a shoo-in. So now we do have Dragon Ball FighterZ as a Sunday finalist. We do have Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 as a Sunday finalist. And those are great games. And I mean, those are two of my favorite fighters right now. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing that.
I'm not sure what's the percentage of pro gamers that would focus on only one type of fighting game versus also doing another. So in this case, if I'm a professional Marvel vs. Capcom player, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Because there could have been some prize money that was there the year before that's not there anymore for the game I'm specializing in.
For someone who plays a lot of fighting games but is good at none of them, me.
I've seen it. It isn't.
From what I gather, it's like I think a lot of the like big pro players have like one main game that they're really into, and then like one or two side games. So I mean,
it's so disappointing though,
because that's still a large chunk of time practicing.
And there's less incentive to play the game. It's like a feedback loop, negative feedback loop. If there's no prize money, less competitive.
Well, I feel like
getting into it, less interest in general.
I feel like this is Capcom putting the bullet in the game right here. I feel like all the players who were hoping for something to come out of it once the tournaments came around now have nothing to look at, and they're just like, okay, well, I got to pick up something else.
Was it that broken that they couldn't even update patch this bitch to the point where it would be respectable?
From what I understand, it wasn't even the mechanics that were that awful. It was the fact that it was Capcom's attitude towards the game. It was how Capcom released it. It was how Capcom interacted with the fans. It was how they basically served up a shell of nothing, and you basically got essentially a fighter select screen and go.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, well, Capcom, hopefully Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite 2 Dark Rising will be better well received. With Fantastic Four, hopefully, and X-Men characters when you buy out 20th Century Fox, hopefully later this year.
Yeah.
So I can see that Fantastic Four movie.